All right, let's ditch the daily grind for a bit and take a deep dive into something exciting.
Sounds good to me.
Today, we're headed to Thailand.
Amazing.
Yeah, specifically, we're going to figure out what it actually costs to live there.
Okay.
I think a lot of people, myself included, have this kind of romanticized image of Thailand. Like, picture this, you're strolling along those beautiful beaches.
Yeah.
Sipping on a fresh coconut and everything's super cheap and exotic, right?
It's a pretty affordable place.
Exactly. But we're going beyond the tourist brochures today.
Okay.
We're going to break down the real cost of living in Thailand.
I like it.
From everyday expenses to those once-in-a-lifetime experiences and everything in between.
Sounds good.
So buckle up and get ready for a virtual journey to the land of smiles.
All right.
Already feeling those tropical vibes.
Let's do it.
First things first, when I think of Thailand, those incredible shopping malls come to mind.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen those places?
Yeah.
They're like out of this world, right?
Yeah.
Like MBK Center, Siam Paragon.
Like palaces.
Those places look absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
But before we dive into retail therapy, let's talk about the everyday stuff.
Yay.
The nitty-gritty of what it actually costs to live there.
Okay.
The things that really matter if you're thinking about packing your bags and making a move.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's say you've got that classic Thailand dream in mind. A month of island hopping.
Oh, the dream.
Hitting up all the best spots, Phuket, Koh Lanta, Koh Phi Phi, Koh Samui, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
How much would a dream trip like that actually set you back?
Okay, well, let's break it down.
Great.
You've got transportation first, right? Flights and ferries between those islands.
Yeah.
That could run you, I don't know, maybe 10,000 to 20,000 Thai baht.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
That's like, what, a couple of months of a gym membership back in the U.S.?
Pretty much. Transportation within Thailand is surprisingly affordable.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, transportation sorted. What about finding a place to crash on each of these islands?
Right. Accommodation is where you can really see a range of options, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You could find a hostel bed for just a few hundred baht per night, which is like, what, a couple of coffees back home?
Seriously.
Yeah. Or you could go all out, treat yourself to a luxury villa.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
A couple thousand baht per night, still often less than a typical hotel room in a big U.S. city.
So for a whole month of island hopping, accommodation could cost you, what, like 20,000 to 50,000 Thai baht?
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark.
That's crazy. It's basically like trading a month's rent for a month in paradise.
Yeah, pretty much.
But let's be real, you can't just sleep on the beach and stare at the ocean, right?
Right.
You got to eat.
You gotta eat.
And Thailand is known for its incredible food.
Ah, yeah.
I mean, those curries, those stir fries, those fresh fruit shakes, not to mention all the amazing activities, diving, snorkeling, exploring those temples.
That's also tempting.
That can't be cheap, right?
Well, here's where Thailand really shines. You could eat, like, royalty? Seriously.
Okay.
Like, on street food for just a couple of dollars per meal.
Really?
Imagine grabbing a delicious plate of pad thai for what you'd pay for a coffee back home.
No way.
It's true.
That's wild.
Yeah, and the activities. There's something for every budget, right?
Okay.
You could explore national parks, take boat trips. You could just relax on the beach.
Right.
So for a month of indulging in all that delicious food and those amazing activities, let's budget another, I don't know, 30,000 to 50,000 Thai baht.
So, let me get this straight. We could spend a month hopping between these amazing islands,
Yeah.
soaking up the sun, diving into those crystal clear waters, and stuffing our faces with delicious food.
Yeah.
And it might cost us less than a month's rent in many U.S. cities.
You're getting it. That's the beauty of Thailand, right? It caters to every budget.
That's mind-blowing.
Whether you're a backpacker on a shoestring or you're looking for a 5-star luxury experience, Thailand has something for everyone.
Okay, so island hopping is officially added to my bucket list.
Good choice.
But let's say we want to actually experience daily life in Thailand.
Okay.
Not just hop from beach to beach.
Yeah.
I'm picturing myself navigating those bustling streets of Bangkok,
Yeah.
exploring those vibrant markets, maybe even figuring out how to ride a tuk-tuk.
Tuk-tuks are fun.
What's the reality check on the cost of living in a city like Bangkok?
Well, Bangkok is an incredible city, and it's surprisingly affordable, too.
Okay.
Imagine finding a hostel bed for as little as 500 Thai baht per night.
Really?
That's like a couple of movie tickets back home.
Wow.
And if hostels aren't your thing, don't worry. Comfortable hotels can be found for around 1,000 to 2,000 Thai baht, which is still less than many hotels in smaller U.S. cities.
Okay, so we found our Bangkok crash pad.
Okay.
But now I'm thinking about getting around this sprawling city.
Right.
We talked about tuk-tuks, taxis, but what about those sky trains I've heard so much about?
Yeah.
How much does it cost to get around Bangkok?
Well, getting around Bangkok is actually super affordable, too.
Okay, good to know.
Think about it. A short trip on a tuk-tuk or a taxi could be like 100 to 200 Thai baht, which is less than a quick lunch back home.
Seriously.
And the SkyTrain and the riverboats are even cheaper, with fares starting from just a few bahts, similar to what you'd pay for a single bus ride in the U.S.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, and if you're planning to use public transport a lot, look into getting a Rabbit card, which is a prepaid card that gives you discounts.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, it makes getting around even smoother.
Okay, so getting around Bangkok won't drain our bank accounts.
No, you're good.
Now, on to the most important part, the food.
Yeah.
All those iconic Thai dishes, pad Thai, tom yum soup, som tam,
Mango sticky rice.
mango sticky rice, yes.
Hmm.
My mouth is already watering.
I know. And the best part is Bangkok's food scene is not only incredibly diverse and delicious,
Okay.
it's incredibly affordable.
Give me the detail.
All right, picture this. You can grab a plate of authentic pad Thai from a street vendor for what you'd pay for a single slice of pizza back home.
You're kidding.
I'm not. And it's not just pad Thai. We're talking curries, stir fries, soups, all sorts of amazing treats for incredibly reasonable prices.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And if you venture into those massive food courts in shopping malls like MBK Center, you'll find even more variety and some really great deals.
Okay, so we've got the shopping malls, we've got the street food.
Yeah.
What about those epic night markets I've heard so much about?
Ah, yes. The heart and soul of Bangkok's nightlife.
Okay, paint me a picture.
Right, picture this. Bustling streets, bright lights, delicious smells wafting through the air, music playing, people everywhere.
I'm already there.
It's electric.
What kind of stuff can you find at these night markets?
You can find everything. Clothes, accessories, souvenirs, street food, live music.
Sounds amazing.
It's an experience. It's not just shopping. It's about soaking up the atmosphere, right?
Yeah.
The energy. Some of the most famous night markets are Patpong, Rot Phai, and Asiatique, the riverfront.
Okay, those are going on the list.
You'll love them.
But you know what? Let's go back to those mega malls for a second.
Okay.
We've mentioned MBK Center, Siam Paragon, and Central World.
Yes.
They all sound massive and like completely different experiences.
Yeah, they're all unique in their own way.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Like MBK, it's basically the heart of Bangkok's shopping scene.
Oh.
Picture this. An 8-floor labyrinth with over 2,000 stores.
You're kidding.
I'm not. You can find literally anything there. Clothes, electronics, cosmetics, even a massive food court with cuisines from all over the world.
Oh, wow. It sounds like the ultimate one-stop shop.
It is.
But what about the prices at MBK? You mentioned it's more affordable. How much cheaper are we talking?
Yeah, MBK is known for its bargain prices, especially if you're willing to haggle a bit, which is part of the fun.
I love a good hag.
You can find clothes for as low as a few hundred baht. Think about what you'd pay for a t-shirt back home, and electronics at super competitive prices.
Okay, that's a steal.
It's also the perfect place to pick up souvenirs without breaking the bank.
Got it.
So if you're up for a little friendly bargaining and you want to find a good deal, MBK is the place to be.
Perfect.
Now, if you're looking for a totally different experience, head over to Siam Paragon.
Okay, what's that like?
It's all about luxury.
Okay.
Think designer boutiques like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Prada, a huge gourmet supermarket, a multiplex cinema.
It sounds fancy.
It's a whole different vibe from MBK. Super elegant, exclusive.
So not for everyday shopping then?
Probably not unless you're living the high life.
Fair enough.
But it's definitely worth a visit just to experience the atmosphere.
I can already imagine those sparkling storefronts and those chic little cafes.
It's quite a sight.
Okay, now tell me about Central World. It sounds like it's in a category of its own.
It is. It's actually the largest shopping mall in all of Thailand. It has over 830 stores, 100 restaurants, even a 21-screen cinema.
It sounds like a city within a city.
It really is. You can find just about anything you could ever want there.
Wow. Okay, so what kind of experience can we expect at Central World? Is it more high-end like Siam Paragon or more budget-friendly like MBK?
It's actually a really good mix of both.
Okay.
You'll find international brands like H&M and Zara alongside Thai brands and department stores.
Okay.
They even have this massive food court called Central Food Hall. It's a foodie paradise. Over 50 vendors offering everything from Thai dishes to international cuisines.
So it's got something for everyone.
Absolutely. And it doesn't stop there. Central World also hosts tons of events, concerts. It even has an ice skating rink.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a true entertainment hub in the heart of Bangkok.
So Central World has a bit of everything, making it perfect for a day out.
Yeah.
Whether you want to shop, dine, or just soak up the atmosphere.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered the mega malls. Those are an experience in themselves. But Thailand's also about those unique cultural experiences.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Those interesting customs.
Yeah.
The adventurous food. The vibrant festivals.
Right.
Those things that really make Thailand unique.
Exactly.
What are some things that we absolutely cannot miss?
Oh, there are so many.
Okay.
Okay, did you know in Thailand, it's considered rude to touch someone's head?
Really?
The head is seen as sacred.
I had no idea.
Yeah, and always use your right hand when you're eating or exchanging things because the left hand is considered unclean.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, it's important to be mindful of those cultural differences.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the food.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about the food.
We've touched on some iconic dishes, but there are definitely some more adventurous options out there.
Okay, like what?
Well, if you're feeling brave, you could try fried insects.
Fried insects?
Yeah. It's a popular snack in Thailand.
Okay, that's definitely adventurous.
They're actually quite tasty, a good source of protein.
I'm always up for trying new things, so maybe I'll give it a shot.
I'm sure.
All right, what else?
And if you love spicy food, you have to try som tam, the famous papaya salad.
I've heard about that.
It's incredible, but be warned, it can be seriously spicy.
Duly noted. I'll start with a mild version and work my way up.
Good plan.
Okay, what about those incredible festivals I've heard so much about?
Oh, the festivals.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
What are some must-sees?
Okay, have you heard of the Monkey Buffet Festival in Lopburi?
No. What is that?
It's wild. They lay out this massive buffet of fruits and veggies for thousands of monkeys.
Wow.
It's quite a spectacle.
That sounds insane.
It is. You should check it out.
Okay, that one's going on the list.
Good.
Any festivals that are a bit more human-centric?
Of course. You can't miss Songkran, the Thai New Year's festival. It's famous for its massive water fights.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about this.
People take to the streets with water guns, buckets, hoses, soaking everyone in sight.
That sounds so fun.
It's a fun and chaotic way to ring in the new year.
I can only imagine the energy and excitement.
It's incredible.
Okay, speaking of unique experiences, I heard there's a robot restaurant in Bangkok.
Oh, yeah. The robot restaurant, it's a real thing.
Really?
Yeah. Robots serve you food and drink. They even put on these robot shows and performances.
Oh, that's wild.
It's definitely a quirky and memorable dining experience.
Robot waiters and robot shows.
It's a must-see.
I'm adding that to my list right now.
You won't regret it.
This is amazing. We've uncovered so much about the real cost of living in Thailand.
Yeah.
From everyday expenses to those once-in-a-lifetime experiences. And it seems way more affordable than I ever imagined.
It's true. And remember, the real cost of living in Thailand isn't just about the money.
Okay, what else is it about?
It's about embracing the culture, trying new things, and experiencing a different pace of life.
You're so right. It's about immersing yourself in the land of smiles.
Exactly.
And discovering all the wonders it has to offer.
You got it.
So for our listeners out there who are starting to daydream about booking a flight to Thailand, what are some things they should consider before taking the plunge?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
You know, it's not as simple as hopping on a plane and figuring it out as you go along, especially if you're considering staying for a longer period of time or even making a permanent move.
Okay, you've piqued my curiosity. I definitely want to hear more about what it takes to actually make Thailand your home, even if it's just for a little while.
We'll definitely dive into those practicalities, things like visas, finding accommodation, navigating the cultural differences.
Sounds good. Can't wait.
We'll cover it all in our next segment. Stay tuned.
Awesome.
All right, so we've been talking about all these amazing things you can do in Thailand, but let's get real for a second.
Okay, reality check time.
Yeah. What if someone's thinking, hey, I don't just want to visit, I want to live in Thailand?
Right, like actually pack up and move there.
Exactly.
What are we talking about that?
Well, first things first, visas.
Oh, yeah. Visas are important.
You can't just show up and decide to stay forever, right?
So it's not as easy as it might seem at first glance.
Yeah, right. There are different types of visas depending on what you're planning to do there.
Okay, like what?
If you're retiring, working, studying,
Right.
each one has its own requirements.
Got it. So definitely do your research before you book that one-way ticket.
Absolutely. But don't let that discourage you. It's definitely achievable. It just takes a little groundwork.
Okay, that's good to know. So visas are important. What about finding a place to live?
Yeah, that's a big one, right?
Yeah. Is it easy to find apartments or houses to rent in Thailand?
You'd be surprised. It's actually pretty easy, especially in the bigger cities like Bangkok.
Okay, good to know.
There are tons of online platforms and real estate agents who can help you find the perfect spot.
Okay, and what about the cost of renting? Is it comparable to the U.S.?
Well, here's the good news. Rental prices are often significantly lower than what you'd find in the U.S.,
Seriously?
even in popular areas.
That's amazing.
So you can really get a lot more bang for your buck when it comes to housing.
Okay, so that's a huge plus for living in Thailand. But moving to a new country, especially one with a culture as different as Thailand's, it's got to be a big adjustment,
Oh,
right?
yeah, for sure.
What advice would you give to someone who's considering taking the leap?
Well, I think the most important thing is to be open-minded and embrace the differences.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thailand has such a beautiful and fascinating culture, its own set of customs and traditions.
Right.
So be respectful, be willing to learn.
Absolutely. It's about becoming a part of the fabric, right?
Exactly.
Not just observing from the outside.
Yeah, immerse yourself in the local way of life. Try new things. Step outside your comfort zone.
That's where the real magic happens, right?
It is. It's those everyday moments, the friendly smiles, the delicious food shared with new friends, the sense of community.
It sounds amazing.
It's about slowing down, appreciating the simple things, and discovering a new rhythm of life.
You're making me want to book a flight right now. Do it. But okay, let's be real. There are challenges too, right? Right. Every place has its challenges.
So what might people find difficult to adjust to?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Well, the language barrier can be a hurdle at first,
Oh, for sure.
especially if you're venturing outside the main tourist areas.
Right.
But Thai people are generally incredibly friendly and helpful.
Okay. That's good to know.
You'll be surprised how much you can communicate with just a smile and a few gestures.
It's amazing how far a little bit of effort can go.
Yeah, you pick up things quickly just by being immersed in the environment.
What about other challenges? I've heard the traffic in Bangkok can be pretty intense.
Oh yeah, Bangkok traffic is infamous.
So how do people cope with that?
Well, you kind of just have to factor in extra time for your commutes,
Oh, okay. That's a good tip.
especially during rush hour.
Right.
But hey, there are some great public transportation options like the SkyTrain and the MRT subway system.
Okay, so you could bypass the worst of it.
Exactly.
What about the weather?
Yes, the tropical climate.
Thailand is hot and humid, right?
It is. It's warm and humid year-round, and the rainy season can be pretty intense.
So it's definitely different from what a lot of people are used to.
Right, but honestly, once you get used to the heat, it's actually quite enjoyable.
Okay.
And those tropical rainstorms, they can be so refreshing.
Yeah, like nature's way of hitting the reset button.
Exactly.
Okay, what about healthcare?
Healthcare is another big one.
Yeah. Is it easy to access good quality healthcare in Thailand?
Actually, Thailand is known for having an excellent and affordable healthcare system.
Really?
Yeah, there are fantastic hospitals and clinics, especially in major cities like Bangkok, and the costs are significantly lower than what you'd find in the U.S.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, a lot of expats actually choose to retire in Thailand, specifically for the affordable healthcare.
That makes a lot of sense.
So that's definitely a big plus.
Okay, so Thailand offers a good balance of affordability and quality of life.
It does.
But what about safety? Is it a safe country for both visitors and people who live there?
Yeah, that's an important consideration.
For sure.
Generally, Thailand is a very safe country, especially for tourists.
Okay.
Of course, just like anywhere else in the world, you need to be aware of your surroundings.
All right, use common sense.
Exactly. Take basic precautions, especially in crowded areas or at night.
Right?
But overall, Thailand has a low crime rate and a very friendly and welcoming atmosphere.
It's about being street smart, using common sense, and respecting the local culture, right?
Absolutely, and if you do that, you'll have an amazing time.
Okay, good to know. It sounds like Thailand is generally a safe and welcoming place.
It is, and let's not forget about the incredible natural beauty.
Oh yeah, we've been so focused on the practical stuff, but Thailand is absolutely stunning.
It is. Pristine beaches, lush jungles, majestic mountains, stunning waterfalls. There's something for everyone.
I mean, picture yourself scuba diving in those crystal clear waters, trekking through ancient rainforests.
Yeah, or just relaxing on a white sand beach, listening to the waves.
It's paradise.
It really is. Thailand offers endless opportunities for adventure and relaxation, and you're surrounded by all this incredible natural beauty.
And for those seeking a more spiritual experience, Thailand is home to countless Buddhist temples.
That's right. You can meditate, learn about Buddhism, find a sense of inner peace.
It's like Thailand has this unique ability to nourish both the body and the soul.
It really does.
It sounds like Thailand has it all. Affordability, natural beauty, cultural richness, a sense of peace and tranquility.
It's a special place.
No wonder so many people are drawn to this enchanting country.
Yeah, and the best part is it's accessible to everyone, regardless of your budget or your travel style.
Okay, so let's get into some specific experiences that people can have. In Thailand, we've talked about island hopping.
Yeah.
What are some must-see islands that you'd recommend?
Okay, well, Phuket is always a popular choice.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about Phuket.
Yeah, stunning beaches, vibrant nightlife, tons of activities.
It sounds like a party island.
It can be, but it also has a quieter side if you know where to look.
Okay, what if someone's looking for something a little more laid back?
Koh Lanta is a great option. Beautiful beaches, relaxed atmosphere, known for its excellent diving and snorkeling.
Koh Lanta sounds like my kind of place.
Yeah, it's a great place to unwind and recharge.
What about other islands? Any hidden gems that might surprise our listeners?
Oh yeah, Koh Lipe is a true gem. Crystal clear waters, pristine beaches, a real laid-back island lifestyle.
Okay, that sounds amazing.
It's a bit off the beaten path, but it's well worth the journey.
Okay, and for the adventurous types?
Koh Tao is famous for its world-class diving and rock climbing.
Okay, so we've got Phuket for the party animals.
Yeah.
Koh Lanta for those who want to relax and unwind. Koh Lipe for the beach bums.
Yeah.
And Koh Tao for the thrill seekers.
Sounds like we've got something for everyone.
It does. And don't forget about the mainland.
Oh yeah, the mainland's amazing too.
What about Chiang Mai? I've heard so much about it.
Chiang Mai is a must-visit. Stunning temples, vibrant night markets, lush mountain scenery.
Okay, paint me a picture.
Imagine exploring ancient ruins, visiting ethical elephant sanctuaries, or just wandering through the charming old city.
It sounds magical.
It is. It's like stepping back in time and experiencing a completely different side of Thailand.
Okay, what about Bangkok? We've touched on the shopping malls and the night markets.
Yeah.
What are some other must-see attractions in Bangkok?
Well, you can't miss the Grand Palace.
The Grand Palace. Okay.
Opulent architecture, rich history. It's a glimpse into Thailand's royal past.
Wow.
Then there's Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn.
Okay.
It's known for its intricate decorations and its stunning riverside location.
It sounds beautiful.
And for a taste of local life, you have to check out the Chatuchak Weekend Market.
Okay, I've heard about this one. What's it like?
It's massive. One of the largest markets in the world. A vibrant maze of stalls selling everything you can imagine.
It sounds like a shopper's paradise.
It is. You can get lost in there for hours.
Okay, so Bangkok is a city that has it all. Ancient history, modern marvels, bustling markets, peaceful temples.
It's a city of contrasts. It's amazing.
It sounds like it. And of course, we can't forget about the food.
Oh, yeah, the food.
Bangkok is a foodie's paradise.
It is. You'll find street food vendors on practically every corner, amazing restaurants serving up authentic Thai cuisine.
Okay, what are some must-try dishes?
You got to try pad Thai, green curry, tom yum soup.
Those are classics.
You won't be disappointed. The flavors are incredible.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
We've talked about the costs, the culture, the potential challenges, and those incredible experiences that await.
It's a lot to take in.
It is. What final advice would you give to someone who's seriously considering a trip to Thailand?
Do your research, plan your trip, but be open to new experiences.
Okay, that's good advice.
Embrace the Thai culture, be adventurous with the food, and prepare to be amazed by the beauty and wonder of this incredible country.
Beautifully said. Thailand is a destination that will stay with you long after you've left. It's a place where you can find adventure, relaxation, and a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you.
It's true.
But let's talk about budgeting for a moment.
Okay.
We've established that Thailand is affordable, but for those who are budget conscious,
Yeah,
what are some practical tips they can use to make their money go further?
That's a great question. There are definitely ways to stretch your budget and still have an incredible experience in Thailand.
Okay, I'm all ears. Give us those budget-friendly tips.
Let's do it. All right, so we're talking budget travel in Thailand.
Yeah, how to make those bite go further.
Exactly. And one of the best ways is to eat like a local.
Okay, you've got my attention. I love food.
You can find incredible meals for just a few dollars.
Seriously?
Think about it, a delicious pad thai or a flavorful curry from a street food stall.
Okay, street food, I'm listening.
And the price, it's like what you'd pay for a fancy coffee back home.
That's amazing.
Not only is it budget friendly, it's an awesome way to experience those authentic Thai flavors.
All right, so eating like a local is key for saving money. What about finding a place to stay?
Accommodation can be budget friendly too.
Okay.
Hostels are a great option, especially if you're traveling solo or on a tight budget.
Okay, yeah, hostels make sense.
You can find clean, comfortable hostels in awesome locations for as little as a few dollars a night.
Really? Wow, that's a steal.
It's also a fantastic way to meet other travelers and maybe get some insider tips from locals.
Okay, hostels, check. What other budget-friendly tips do you have?
Transportation.
Okay, yeah, getting around can add up.
Instead of always hopping in a taxi, embrace the local transportation options.
Okay, what are we talking about?
Tuk-tuks are fun and affordable, especially for shorter distances.
Yeah, tuk-tuks are a classic.
And for longer trips, the SkyTrain and buses are super convenient and incredibly cheap.
Right, I've heard about those song thighs too.
The red trucks that act like shared taxis.
Yeah, are those a good option?
Definitely. They're a great way to experience local life and save some money.
Okay, how do they work?
You just hop on, tell the driver where you're going, and enjoy the ride.
That sounds like an adventure in itself.
They're especially common in smaller towns and cities.
Okay, good to know. So we've got the food, the accommodation, the transportation,
Yeah.
all covered on a budget.
It's totally doable.
What about those must-do activities?
Right, those are important too.
Like diving, cooking classes, visiting temples?
They do come with a cost, but you can still be smart about it.
Okay, how?
Look for free walking tours, explore local markets, visit temples during off-peak hours.
Okay, those are good tips.
You can also take advantage of any free activities your hostel or guest house might offer.
Right, make the most of those local connections.
Exactly.
So let's be realistic. What would a daily budget look like for someone who wants to experience Thailand without spending a fortune?
You can have a fantastic day in Thailand for about 1,500 to 2,000 Thai baht if you're smart about your choices.
Wait, seriously, that's like the price of a couple of cocktails back home.
Pretty much. And that includes comfortable accommodation, delicious food, local transportation, and even some activities.
That's incredible.
Of course, if you want to splurge on fancier restaurants or experiences, you'll need to adjust your budget.
Right, makes sense.
But the point is, Thailand offers incredible value for your money.
Absolutely. So it's all about prioritizing what's important to you and making smart choices.
Exactly. Embrace the local lifestyle, connect with the culture, find joy in the simple things.
I think we've painted a pretty compelling picture of Thailand today.
We have. It's a country with something for everyone.
Breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cities, ancient temples, and a rich culture.
And it's surprisingly affordable.
Exactly. So to our listeners out there, if you're dreaming of escaping to Thailand, don't let anything hold you back.
You got it. Take that leap of faith.
Embrace the unknown.
You won't regret it.
And prepare for an experience that will change your perspective and enrich your life in countless ways.
Thailand is waiting to welcome you. Safe travels. And until next time, keep exploring.